Hello, Ethan. This is Marius Perone, and here's the room that I want you to help us with. There's actually two rooms. We're going to call this one the tracking room. It's the one that is about 21 by 22, kind of close to square. Now, let's talk about the ceiling here first. You see, this is the bottom floor of a two-story building, and we're not worried about the sound going through here and going up there, and we're not concerned with the sound coming down. So we don't need to put a bunch of mass up here. We're basically trying to make the acoustics right. The height here is a little restricted. It's about 8.5 feet or something like that. So I was thinking about loading all these areas here with a bunch of absorbent material, but I'm hoping that you can recommend what stuff to put in here. And then on these walls around the perimeter, right now we just have the 2x6s and some sheetrock back here. If you can tell us what we need to do to these walls. We're out in the mountains of Idaho, and there's not much noise outside, so it's not like we need to load up these walls with a bunch of mass either. Right now, here's the outside wall. Here's a 2x6, and now we need to put something on this side, sheetrock or whatever you think would be the best way to do that. The room being somewhat close to square, perhaps you're going to recommend that we make it more trapezoidal by putting a wall that would start near that window and then terminate back here near the corner. But that would be something you could perhaps suggest. Now I'm going to walk out of the tracking room and go toward a little breezeway area here. This goes to the upstairs. That's my friend Ken. And then we're going to go into the control room here. And this room has better dimensions to work with, it seems like, in that it's not so square. That closet area there can be removed if we want the room to be more symmetrical, because right now it's deeper right there. So the desk is going to face these windows. And again, this ceiling, I'm hoping that you will agree that we can just load these areas up with fiberglass so the thickness will be deep enough to soak up some low end, and then we'll just kind of cover the whole thing perhaps with some cloth or something like that. So this is the control room, slightly different view. I'm going to enter through the doors here. We're probably going to redo this whole door assembly and put a double wall here in between the control room and this area. I was just wondering, do people ever use sliding glass doors for this stuff? Maybe put one sliding glass door here and then go over about 1.5 feet and put another one. And so you'd have a big glass area here that you could actually go through. When we get into this room, he's going to open up that area and build a storage room out that side. That is not built at all yet. But I was wondering if it would be good to make this room more trapezoidal by starting up there in that corner, going in about 1 foot right at the edge of that window, and then building another wall that would come back all the way here and then end up near the corner there, so that now the room wouldn't be so square. And then we would do the same thing on this side and build another wall that would be 1 foot away here, but then finally would be very close back here, maybe 1 inch away. So now you have a shape that's not the same length all the way back. So in conclusion, we would like some help with the treatment of these interior walls. And we were thinking about leaving the floor hard like this, cleaning it up, and then painting it or something. The opposite area here, the ceiling, is where we'd have a bunch of absorbent material. But we sure respect what you do and are looking forward to having you help us with this project. Thank you.